Hi guys, Melissa here at TCT Crafts. Today we're going to make a super cute little Christmas decor item. This is perfect for your tier trays or just sitting around in your kitchen. Super cute. These I made last year and I just love them. So since it's July, Christmas in July, let's continue with the theme and let's make one of these together. So hope you guys enjoy. So first thing I'm going to do is get one of these little cups. I got these off of Amazon. I will try to attach the link for you guys. And inside I'm just going to add a little bit of packing paper, anything just to kind of fill it just a tiny bit. I got these little plastic globes. These I got from Hobby Lobby last year. Let me give you the item number. It is 5211370, and they are plastic. So I just took the little bottom part off because we don't need this. And I'm gonna pop the little plastic out of here. And then next I have these super cute little snowman ornaments. These also came from Hobby Lobby last year. Again, you can use whatever ornament you want. You don't have to do a snowman theme. You could do Christmas tree. You could do whatever you wanted in there. It just has to be small enough to fit within inside the globe. So I'm gonna cut the little ornament piece off and pull the little ornament hook out. So we don't need that. And now we have our little snowman. I'm going to take and add some super glue. I'm going to use a little bit of super glue and some hot glue just to make sure it adheres to that really well. Okay, so we've got a little bit of super glue. And then let me add just a tiny bit of hot glue. And we're just going to set this in the middle. So just going to set it down there. Give it a second to dry. Guys, these are super easy and so cute. Okay, so we've got our little snowman. That's going to slide right in there. Before we do that, we're going to take some of this fake snow. And you guys have probably seen this at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, pretty much any of the places that sell the Christmas decor, they have this at Christmas time. So we're gonna add some fake snow. Now we don't wanna add too much where it's gonna cover up our little snowman. We wanna still be able to see him. So as you can see, we can still see, he's got some snow in there, but we can still see him. So I think that's probably about good. So less than half. Okay, and let's put him in there. Perfect. And if you don't like the consistency of that, if you think the snow's too high, you can definitely dump some of it back out, which I think I'm going to dump just a little bit. I kind of want to be able to see a little bit more of him. And this is why you let him dry before you do this. Let me add a little bit more glue. I did not wait long enough. Okay, so I'm going to dump a little bit of snow out. And while we wait for him to dry, let's get our spackle ready. Okay, so I think that's probably good. I'm going to let him dry for just a second. Now we're going to get our spackle ready. Let me put this back in there so I don't spill it. Have a little snow all over the place. Bad enough I have glitter everywhere. Okay. So if you've made fake bakes before, you probably know how to do this, but just in case you are new, I just have a container from the Dollar Tree, And this is what I keep my spackle in. As long as you keep it sealed up, it'll last for a little while. You just don't want it to be open, it'll dry out. But as long as you keep the lid on it, you're pretty good. Now I have this Red Devil one-time lightweight spackle. You can also use the Fast and Final brand that they have at like Home Depot. Any kind of white spackle will work. I just prefer when I'm piping. I prefer this brand. I think it just has a little bit smoother consistency. It looks a little bit more like frosting, but either brand is fine. So I'm just gonna take some of this spackle out. That should be enough. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take some white acrylic paint. This is Apple Barrel, but you can use any white acrylic paint. And we're gonna add some to our spackle. And you're like, well, that's already white, why are you adding it? It just helps get the texture a little bit better. It's a little bit smoother. And then it adds just a little bit more whiteness. So I don't measure, I just kind of put a little bit in there. It's better just to add a little and then just add a little and add a little. If you dump too much in there, it can make it too thin and then you have to add more spackle. So just add a little bit, stir, see if it's the right consistency. It should have the consistency of like frosting. So I'm just gonna stir this all up. And then I'll show you kind of the consistency. It's kind of gonna be hard to tell, but it's not gonna fall off, but it's nice and smooth, just like frosting would be. Okay, let's see if our little guy is stuck now. Let's put him in there. Okay, that's better. You can see more of his scarf now, so I like that. Okay, now we're gonna take and we're gonna be placing this in our cup, just like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some super glue and some hot glue just around the inside of this, and I'm giving it a pretty good amount. Just gonna go all the way around. And then we're gonna hold this down there for a few seconds to make sure it really attaches to that glue. Just be careful, it does get a little warm. Okay, I'm gonna keep holding it. And then while I'm holding that, I'm just gonna run a little bit of super glue around the edge. You're not gonna see this because we're gonna add that spackle around here. So this glue will be hidden. But I want to give it a little bit extra. Okay, let me let that dry. But as you can see on this one that I've already done, we're going to add that spackle around so you won't see that. You won't see that glue. Okay, believe it or not, guys, we're almost done. These are super quick, so fun. Okay, we're going to let that set for a second while we get our piping bag ready. So I just have a Wilton piping bag. I think these came from Walmart, but any piping bag will work. And I am going to, you can use any tip, just depends on what kind of design you want. But this is a Wilton 1M. It's a Wilton 1M, so I'm going to use this one. Just slide that down in there. Now we're going to get some of our spackle. This is so fun to work with. Just make sure that you let this dry really good. It's going to take, I'd give it 5 days at least, a good week to let it dry. If you're going to sell these, make sure that it may feel dry, but the inside will still be wet. So just make sure you Give it plenty of time to dry. Okay, that should be enough. Now, I am fairly new at piping. I am by no means a pro at this, but practice, and I have gotten better. Okay, so now we're just gonna take and go around, and I'm just gonna make little star shapes. Just press. And like I said, you can use you can do any design that you want. You could do these in Candyland theme if you wanted to do like the pinks. That would be cute too. Just change out the color of your container and find a Candyland ornament that you want to use. Super fun, super easy. Okay, so we've piped all the way around. And now we're just going to add a little swirl up at the top. I just have this little peppermint, plastic peppermint. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby, but they've got them online at lots of different places. Walmart, I think, even has them at Christmas time. And then I'm just going to take some little peppermint sprinkles. These are fake sprinkles. I got these from Play Code 3 on Etsy. So let me get I just use my little tweezers, and we're just going to go and add some of these peppermints all around the sides. Sorry guys, my little dog is in here and she's decided she wants to go outside, but she's just gonna have to wait. So if you hear the little rough, that's her. She's a mess, let me tell you. So we're just gonna put these in there, just really gently. You can put as many as you want. I'm just going to kind of go all the way around, placing them here and there. And then this is it, really. The last thing I would do, which I won't be able to do on here because we've got to let it dry, is tomorrow it'll be dry enough where I will take and add, I'm going to seal it. I'm going to seal the spackle just with some, oh, I don't have it here. Just with some Mod Podge. So I thought I had it, but I don't. Just with some, I use matte Mod Podge. You could use glossy if you wanted to have more of a shine to it. But just use some matte Mod Podge and just take a paintbrush and just kind of dabble it all over the spackle. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of glitter. So I have this, just this ultra fine crystal diamond extra fine glitter that I'll just sprinkle on that wet Mod Podge, and it just kind of gives it a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but it gives it just a little bit of a shimmer. If you don't like the glitter, you don't have to. You could just use the Mod Podge, and that is just fine too. If you want a little bit of glitter on it, just after this dries enough where you can paint the Mod Podge on, just sprinkle you some glitter while the Mod Podge is wet. And then again, let it dry for several days. And like I said, I made these last year and they're still great. So that's it, you guys. Super cute and super easy. Hope you guys enjoy. Till next time, guys. Bye, y'all.